Number 10. Cephalothes varins. Also known as the anthers, they inhabit the natural cavities of trees from tropical habitats. Their length does not exceed a centimeter. The worker ants divide in two classes, the smaller ones, relatively agile, which take care of food gathering, and the disc heads, slow and robust, which defend the colony. These last ones present a curious flat head, which they use as a door to their anthill to keep the colony safe from possible intruders. Sometimes dozens or hundreds of these living seals form an impenetrable wall for other individuals. Number 9. The Aethria neglecta. Also known as the 88 butterfly or 89 butterfly, it comes from Colombia, Bolivia, Ecuador, Peru, and some provinces in Argentina. It's about 3 to 4 centimeters, and what makes it rare and special is its strange morphology that presents its inner wings. Printed to them, one can read the number 88, but in small occasions nature's whim can change one of its numbers, like this example, which should be called butterfly 89. Its other wings are the color black with small blue shapes. Number 8. Pentatomoida. This curious animal was found by an amateur photographer who found himself surprised when he saw Elvis in the back of an insect while he was in an expedition in Singapore. The photographer said he found hundreds of insects in his travels, but none got his attention like this one. These are in the family of bedbugs, but with an impressive color and camouflage, which makes their backs look like human eyes, nose, mouth and hair, which resembles a toupee. Normally these insects produce in their backs a disgusting odor to dissuade predators. This is also accompanied with the look of the king of rock and roll. Number 7. Acanthopus petal. Imagine strolling around the Tanzanian forest when you encounter a dozen of ants stuck in a ball, but on closer look, you can see that they are dead, and underneath them, there is a disgusting insect taking these corpses like if it was a backpack. These are a type of assassin bugs that reside in Oriental Africa and Malaysia. Just like other assassin bugs, they hunt their prey with their trunks, one to inject the paralysis-induced saliva, and the other to suck on their remains. But the difference with other insects is that these use the empty skeletons of the ants as a shield. They can carry up to 20 ants at a time, and they fuse them together with sticky liquid in a cluster that can be bigger than their own bodies. They hunt different types of prey, but only stack the bodies of the ants. Number 6. Telopsis dalmani. Also known as stork-eye fly. They inhabit Europe, Asia and Africa. They measure between 4 to 12 millimeters, and their main characteristic is the possession of eye stalks, projections from the sides of the head with eyes at the end. Apparently these eye stalks don't have a determinate function, but to attract females. The females have the preference of the ones with bigger eye stalks, which means they are stronger. So when it's time to choose a partner, the males will fight for the female, and the one with the larger eye stalks will be victorious. Number 5. Siphonia clavata. This unusual insect inhabits the South of America, some Mexico areas and Costa Rica. Their length is 5 millimeters and is characterized by its weird anatomy. Over time they have developed some black long extensions on their backs that gives them the appearance of an ant and is used as a camouflage against predators. Also, the transparent wings makes them easier to camouflage around green foliage because their torso is green as well. Number 4. Cordyceps unilateralis. Also known as the zombie ant, it comes from Thailand and Brazil. This kind of parasite fungus is able to modify the behavior of ants by making them climb to the top of plants, where they stack their jaws before death to ensure they maximize the distribution of spores that grow from their body. The cycle of this fungus is a bit strange. The fungus expands through the body of the ant and produces some kind of component that affects the brains of the ants, changing their behavior through unknown methods. This is what makes the ants climb the plants and bite them down with their jaws, locking themselves before death. Number 3. Charidotella sexpunctata, also known as the golden turtle beetle. It inhabits in North America and measures around 5 to 7 millimeters. Their color can change, ranging from orange to gold and sometimes metallic, gaining their names. Their cells have margins which expand and lack pigmentation. Therefore, they are transparent. When disturbed, they change color from gold to coffee-like brown. This change comes from microscopic bulbs and levels of humidity underneath their cells. Number 2. Cladonota inflactus. This strange insect comes from Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Panama. There isn't much information on it, but it has a strange anatomy. The anterior dorsal part of the thorax is completely swollen. The function of this growth is still not clear. According to some scientists, it could work as a resonant box for catching sounds and communicating, or it could be used to intimidate predators, for example to appear like an ant, ready to attack. Number 1. Cycloclosmia truncate. The back of this spider's abdomen appears to be an ink stamp. The abdomen stops abruptly in a hardened disc surrounded by hair and reforged by a mold filled with stretched grooves, which makes it look like an ink stamp. When a specimen of Cycloclosmia enters its nest, disc adjusts perfectly to the circular shape of the burrows, which serves as a barrier to defend against predators. This natural type of adaptation to create barriers with the body is known as phragmosis. The spider is extremely difficult to find and usually constructs vertical burrows between 7 and 15 centimeters in the sand of banks of rivers.